Hello once again, and welcome back to Movie Deputy Reviews, where I am bringing you another movie review in video format. I'm slowly getting the hang of this. I'm still dealing with the whole sitting down in the chair, getting stuff set up, and just going to go a few times before I hit record. I'm either an extroverted introvert or an introverted extrovert. I can't figure out which, and I wish I could get rid of that blue glare on my glasses. But either way, I've absolutely loved what I've been doing with Movie Deputy for the last 11 years. I love growing and progressing through all of this. And as you can see by the movie poster that we are talking about, the movie Regretting You, which is opening today. And I'm really excited to do this. I went to the Regretting You, like the special event thing that they had going on last night, where it was just kind of a little bit of Q&A with some of the actors and actresses prior to the thing. And then just some extra little goodies that came with like a little charm necklace and a poster and just some stickers and some other goodies that kind of came along with that. So those are always fun to get and things with that. Surprisingly, it was one of the larger theaters in the local theater where I was going. And I was one of only maybe 10 people in there, so I was kind of surprised. I know there was a bunch of other event things going on tonight with this. But yeah, this one just kind of surprised me. And I was not sure about much going into this. I had checked out the trailer that I'm going to be showing you here in just a moment. But that's really all I really knew about it, except the fact it was done by, like, there was some connection to the Fault in Our Stars. Fault in Your Stars. My brain is spazzing on the title on that one. But that one was such a great movie. And I want to preface this by saying, if you are a parent and your preteen wants to see this, or somebody younger wants to see this, definitely come with me throughout the whole review before you decide whether or not you're going to let your younger ones watch this, because there is a lot of inappropriate content. Now, the movie is PG-13. It is not like gory or overly sexual or anything like that, but it's really pushing the boundaries between like PG-13 and R, just because of some of the content. It covers underage drinking, we have drug use, there is teenage sex, there is adultery, there is a bunch of things going on that just might make this inappropriate for certain viewers, and we're going to kind of get into a little bit more of that as we do kind of go through this. But with Regretting You, let's jump into the trailer.
Don't turn around, Clara.
What are you doing?
Come here a sec.
I'm already running late.
Please?
Where is Clara?
Hey, Aunt Jenny.
Hey, Claire Bear.
Guess who just spent the last half hour with the coolest guy in school?
Oh my God.
Don't tell my mom about this.
You know she gets.
Yeah, no, of course I won't.
Sometimes.
Now, as teachers, as parents, we understand that teenagers are, we want to trust our kids to the most abilities that we possibly can. But at the same time, we remember what it's like to be teenagers and to have somebody that we could confide in that wasn't our parents. And for Clara, that is her Aunt Jenny. And this is her mom and then her Aunt Jenny here in this scene.
It scares me how good of a liar you are. Life can have a funny way of surprising you. My mom got pregnant with me when she was 18. She and my dad were high school sweethearts. My Aunt Jenny also ended up with her high school boyfriend, Jonah. I thought we would be one big happy family forever. But the universe had other plans.
I'm very sorry. Your husband and sister were in a car accident. We did everything we could.
Don't you want to know why they were together?
Were they having
Don't say it.
I mean, what else could it be?
No.
This is where the storyline really kind of starts to devolve a little bit. Evolve at the same time, because it's where the story gets really complex. There is a quote, and I'm not going to reveal who gives the quote in the movie or anything. And don't worry, it's not a spoiler. You know me, no spoilers ever. But it says, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score. And it, like I said, it really kind of pushes some of those boundaries, and we see the connection that the husband and the sister kind of had going on, and that there was a lot more to this. This is really, this, like I said, the story gets really complex.
I just lost my dad and my aunt. I just want to leave.
It's been a long year,
Then let's leave.
and we couldn't know that the sun was collapsing.
It feels like there's this wall between her and me.
You remember that age? Everything felt so complicated.
Clara Grant!
That can't be good.
Get in the car! 1 second.
I just don't want to forget them. My mom's trying to make it like my dad never even existed.
And that's one of the many complex things about grief is everybody's going to deal with it a little bit differently. And so she wants to grieve her dad, and at the same time her mom is trying to grieve her dad, her husband. But then it complicates everything when they realize that the relationships weren't what they thought they were. And then you've got the sister's fiance and how this kind of fits into the whole thing. And this is really a story about unrequited love and forbidden love in a lot of different ways.
Tell her the truth.
It would absolutely destroy her. Smiling feels wrong right now. Like it's too soon to be happy.
That's not how I thought our first kiss would be like.
How did you think it would be?
Keep my hand in yours.
I'm not gonna let their betrayal dictate the rest of my life.
You keep using me to piss your mom off, and I'm done with it.
What aren't you telling me? There's a lot I wish I'd done differently.
But I'll never spend 1 second regretting you.
You deserve to be happy. No regrets, right?
Everywhere, everything.
And so that is the trailer on that. As you can see, it kind of goes a little bit deep. It doesn't really talk about how deep it really goes into these stories and how the different connections work across the different things. I mean, you've got Clara, and she is the main person throughout this whole story, and that's basically all around her. The casting was done really well. I mean, the people that when you're watching the movie, you forget that you're watching the actors playing these parts. You're thinking that you're actually watching the people. You're watching the story unfold. There are a few chuckle moments. There's one laugh out loud moment that basically everybody who was in the theater and I kind of burst out laughing a little bit. And there's a few minor tearjerker moments. It's not the tearjerker that you might think it would be. And it's, like I said, I'm unapologetic that I'm giving this movie a guilty rating just because of some of the content in it. It's just dealing with a lot of really complex issues and stuff that younger ages shouldn't have to deal with. And I understand that this has been a very popular book, and that's awesome for the author, Colleen Hoover, who wrote this. But there's also some connection to the movie. It All Ends With Us, and we all know the debacle that ended up being. This is nowhere near that bad, thankfully. But this, like I said, it's not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but this definitely wasn't it. The age appropriateness would be on the border of upper high school to college age, late teens, early mid-20s-ish. A lot of the older generation and younger generations are going to have a hard time relating to some of the stuff that's going on in this movie unless they've personally dealt with a lot of betrayals or just kind of some of the hard things that this story is dealing with. Now, if you're a fan of the book, I want to preface this. I never read the books, ever. I see the movies and I just judge them only on that. And I get a lot of hate for that sometimes, but I like coming at it with that approach because I can look at the movie with fresh eyes. I'm not coming into it with a preconceived notion of what I'm expecting it to be. And that can be difficult sometimes because stories like this where there's the kids involved and then you've got the parents and you've got all of the drama and everything that's going on. And you've got just everything that goes on with high school, and you're trying to get into college, and you're dealing with peer pressure and just everything else, and kind of how it all fits together. There's a lot of really sweet moments in this movie. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of really sweet moments in this movie, but there's a lot more where you want it to be more. You're watching it and you're enjoying it and you're smiling and you're just, it's like, where you're just kind of looking at it and you're just like, okay, how does that fit in? And then it kind of explains it a little bit more as it's going, but you're still just left going, I was maybe expecting more. I turned around to two young ladies that were sitting behind me tonight, and I asked them what they thought, and they're like, it was good. And the one just said, it was good, just like that. And it was like, so that kind of even says a lot. They were probably 17 to 19-ish age-wise. And so even they were not particularly wowed by this. Now, score-wise, staying strictly true to the deputy scale, I am coming in with Regretting You at a 5.5 out of 10 on the deputy scale. You may be thinking that's a little bit harsh, but I invite you to check out our deputy scale. We've got our podcast on the Movie Deputy channel that kind of talks about our scale. And of course, we have it on our About page at moviedeputy.com as well. And like I said, I am giving Regretting You a guilty rating because, like I said, because of the content and everything that's involved with it. It's just like, I just was not expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not this. And like I said, it is sweet. There are sweet moments to this, and there is some heart to the story. It's just not enough in so many different ways. And I wish. I mean, I could go into more detail, but then I'd risk giving spoilers. And you know me, no spoilers ever. So I hope that this will help at least a few people who are debating about seeing this movie. Maybe this will kind of help you walk into it with fresh eyes. Maybe this will make you want to see it. Maybe this will make you want to avoid it. Either way, I love doing what I do, and I love bringing it to you. As I always say, this is an adventure. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to coming back with another new movie for you soon. Bye.